There's a genuine sense of tranquility to be found in Grow Home. There are no enemies, no time restrictions, it's just you and your mission, which is, strangely enough, to grow what is known as a star plant in order to harvest its seeds upon its blooming. As B.U.D, a doofy yet capable robot, it's your job to facilitate this growth by connecting various shoots to floating rocks containing energy that allow the main stalk to grow. As you gain more height, B.U.D will be able to reach new areas by climbing the star plant and the surrounding environment. Movement seems to be Grow Home's most divisive mechanic. It's all based around a physics engine that has B.U.D wobbling from area to area using procedurally generated motions. You have most of the control, but momentum can certainly play a role in some of the more interesting or frustrating situations that you find yourself in. As you gain access to higher areas, it's easy to land on a platform but forget to acknowledge the momentum you've built up, inevitably flinging you over the edge. Luckily, the checkpoints are fairly numerous, spread vertically throughout the world, allowing you to try a few harebrained maneuvers from time to time. Climbing is handled using the trigger buttons, one for each of B.U.D's hands. By pressing them, you essentially attach yourself to whatever is near you, alternating your left and right hands to move around. It's never necessarily unwieldy, but by the end of the game, I was certainly feeling some pain in the wrists. But it never feels like a gimmick. It's clear that the game was designed with these controls in mind, bringing interaction to the forefront of the experience. Crystals, which are scattered throughout the world, provide B.U.D with upgrades. Secret caves contain a plethora of these gems, perpetuating your wanderlust and rewarding you for that exploration. Unfortunately, the upgrades feel a bit one-note after you acquire your jetpack. I would like to have seen some more creative abilities derived from the game's focus on verticality. Aside from that, you're also free to scan plants using your ship's telerouters, though I really didn't find any incentive to do so other than a few lines of admittedly funny text. Grow Home's biggest downfall, though, is the fact that you can beat it in just about 2 hours. It's a criminally short game with little replay value, to the point where it feels like you've just finished the first level of an even bigger game upon completion. But with all of that being said, Grow Home is an incredibly relaxing game, and I enjoyed every minute of it. The developer's emphasis on fun comes through 100%, and watching your star plant grow is a wonderful indication of your progress. Searching for crystals was addicting, and even though I could have done without the reminder that I was losing altitude... I get it. Yeah, I got it. Losing out, got it. I am losing altitude. There it goes. It's good. Here I go. Even falling from a great height was exhilarating. Sure, B.U.D's animation gets a little too wonky due to the developer's visual preference, but the rest of the game looks fantastic. Shadows in particular caught me off guard with how swiftly they moved across the landscape, and seeing your beanstalk grow in real time never gets old. Oh, and don't be swayed by the music you're hearing right now. Grow Home's soundtrack is either incredibly quiet or nearly non-existent, replaced by ambient sounds for the duration of the experience, which is a bit disappointing. But for what it is, Grow Home is incredibly unique. If you can find it cheap, say around $5, it's not a bad way to spend your afternoon.